Hello everyone, Swati and Vinayak from the Dram Club.
In today's video, we will be talking about Johnnie Walker Green Label, one of the most popular blended Scotch whiskies from the Johnnie Walker portfolio.
First launched in 1997 as a duty-free exclusive, this was called Johnnie Walker Pure Malt 15-year-old. In fact, it was launched as Green Label in 2004 and then around 2014 it was discontinued, only to be relaunched in 2016 in the current avatar. Johnnie Walker Green Label is a blend of single malts from 4 different distilleries across Scotland, displaying stylistic as well as geographic diversity.
Johnnie Walker Green Label is a blend of 4 different malts from different distilleries. The 4 different distilleries are Talisker, Linkwood, Cragganmore and Kolila.
So, Swati, shall we try the whiskey?
Absolutely.
Thank you. That's a rather generous pour.
There's that instant hit of peat smoke that you get.
Toffee peat, yes.
Yeah.
So there is that Talisker that you can, Kolila that you can get in this one.
But I also get the saltiness that you get in a Talisker. And there's honey. It's sweet.
You get lots of toffee. I get some crisp pear
Okay.
and bit of apple notes as well.
And we're getting a bit of like overripe apricot. But yeah, I think
it's a very subtle, light flavors. Nothing is very
overpowering.
I'm tempted to have a sip of this.
Yeah, it's very inviting.
I think I find the palate quite intriguing. I get a bit of that fruitiness definitely, and again a lot more of that caramel coming through. I'm getting a bit of oak as well.
Okay.
So what do you think about the palate, Swati?
I think it's got a very oily mouthfeel that I really like. There's that subtle smoke from the peat that I'm getting, but I'm also getting hints of salt.
Okay.
I'm getting some cereal notes as well, but something that I didn't get on the nose, which I'm getting on the palate now, is hints of coffee and chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, the chocolate that I'm also getting a bit of chocolate. For me, it's more again like that milk chocolate. And you know, when you mentioned cereal, I was just thinking, I was getting a bit of apple.
Right.
But I think it's more apple crumble now. The moment you said, because I was trying to place. It was not just apple. I was getting something more than the apple. So I'm getting a bit of apple crumble on this as well now.
But like what I felt on the nose, it was very subtle.
Yeah.
On the palate also, it's a very delicate whiskey.
But I'm getting a lot of complexity as well on the palate, right? It just, every sip, you get something more. I'm getting oak as well now.
Oh, okay.
And like hint of cinnamon, like very mild cinnamon.
Yeah, there is some amount of spice, which is definitely there.
Quite complex.
Yes, it's very, very complex. That's the reason why it's one of the favorites.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons also why it's so difficult to get hold of this blended Scotch.
Yes. Vinayak, what do you think about the finish on this?
I think the finish I'm finding medium to long.
Okay.
That sweetness, the toffee sort of a sweetness continues, and there is a bit of oak on it, and again I'm getting a bit of peppermint sort of so it's like a mix of the toffee, oak and peppermint.
Right.
That is lingering for me.
I think for me also a lot of things happening at the finish. One, of course, there's that subtle smoke that carries through. It lingers on. The whole mouth feels spicy because of the spicy notes. But I do feel that I still can taste the coffee and the chocolate notes that I was getting on the palate. Overall, I think it's a fairly long finish for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how would you rate the whiskey on a scale of 0 to 10?
I think for me it's a 9.
Wow, okay, that's okay.
Yeah, I think it's just very easy to have very delicate but very flavorful. It has a lot going on the nose, which invites you to taste it, and the palate is even more rich and flavorful.
Okay.
And the finish sort of just really makes me keep wanting to have this whiskey again and again.
Okay. So I think for me, it would be 8.
Okay.
I would have given it 8.5 had it not been so difficult to get hold of. But I think 8 is a fairly good score as well for the whiskey.
Right. And what would be your recommended food pairing with the Johnnie Walker Green Label?
And my recommended food pairing for the Green Label would be, I think since I got apple crumble, so I'll probably have it with poached pear or an apple crumble.
Right. I would like to really have it with chocolate tart. There's notes of chocolate, there's notes of cereal that I get. So I just feel the chocolate tart would really go well with this.
A bit of hazelnut on top?
Maybe. That's our review of the Johnnie Walker Green Label. Please share your thoughts and your review and your tasting notes about the whiskey if you've tried. Till then, stay safe and cheers.
Cheers.